Can't believe I've stuck with a bullet journal for a whole month. Hey there, it's Lakin from Plan with Lakin, and I'm here today to set up my bullet journal for August. I'm also going to flip through all of the collections that I have set up, show you guys how things looked in July, and then we'll get August all set up. So before we jump in, I am going to be using some new pens today. I have gotten some comments and messages that these might help with the shadowing issue that is really bothering me when I was using the Pigram Microns, although some people were like, it's just going to shadow and you're going to have to get over it. I still have a sticky note that has some future things I want to do. I crossed one off because I did it and I added a couple more. I did start using what the heck is this thing called? Index. I don't speak this language. So I started off with a swatch of the mild liners. I really like how this page turned out. Just sampled all the colors. I can see kind of what they look like if I want to color something in specifically. I still have not done this page. The birthdays are still in another location. I also still have not done this page. Poor bookshelf. This is the movies to watch. I did this one in my first bullet journal video that I filmed. I messed it up. Still haven't gone back to it yet. I finished these, which I really liked how these turned out. These are all the shows that I want to watch. And then these are all the digital declutter type things that I want to get done. I've made zero progress on either of them, but it looks pretty. I finished these up, just very simple. And I like being consistent on the ones that are side by side. So this is just a wish list broken down into different categories, things that I want to purchase. I don't understand why that category is empty. And then this is date night ideas. I need to go fill some of these in. And then we get into July. So this is my July intro page, my monthly layout, which is my Oh So Cute doodles, the initial start of my lettering challenge, and then my health tracking. This is basically the same thing. Here's where I finally switched it up. So I moved my lettering challenge to one page, which I really liked how this turned out. I also changed two other things. I did one font the entire week to just practice and focus on that one font. I also went ahead and rewrote the words on the page, which made it so much easier when it came time to practice. I also then set up this time tracking thing. There are a couple of things I'm going to change when I set up the one for next week as we begin into August, but I really loved this. Even if I'm never gonna go back and look at this, and going back and looking at the tracking isn't necessarily the biggest benefit for me, but having to think about the fact that I'm going to be tracking it made all the difference. If I'm sitting on my phone and I'm 5 minutes into scrolling through social media, and I thought to myself, if you do this for another, like at least 10-15 minutes, you're gonna have to color in that square. So you should probably get up off your butt and do something that's actually a color you wanna color. And then my health tracking, kind of the same thing. As we get to set up August, I'm going to do a intro page that looks exactly like the one from July. I'm gonna let that dry for a second and I'll come back and erase it after I do some of these other pages. It doesn't look like these pens are fixing my shadowing problem though. So the Oh So Cute doodles, I forgot to print this out, so I'm just going to set up the monthly layout for now. Again, I'm still using a ruler. I am loving the bullet journal system, but I am not ready to stray from my ruler. So I already messed up because the 1st of August is a Wednesday, so I wasn't supposed to draw this here. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Guys, this whole page is just a disaster, but I'm going to embrace the mistakes. And I thought about gluing the pages together, but you know what? Life isn't perfect. It's never going to be perfect, and we're just going to roll with it. That will just have to. On to the next page. So I'm going to set up this page exactly like I did before from my weekly lettering challenge. I forgot to write out the letter or the words before though, so I'll just have to go back and fill those in off camera. Okay, here's where we're shaking things up a little bit. So while I did love the essence of time tracking, and I completely understand where Cindy's coming from in terms of doing the 1/2 hour per box, for me on the weekends is not working well. I just get so many things done during the weekends and I pivot between tasks way more frequently. Now that's probably not necessarily the most productive thing in the world. I probably should consider against that. But what I'm going to do is on the weekends, I'm going to do 2 separate boxes. So on the top box is going to be just for the weekdays, and I'm going to do the same thing I was doing before, where each box is a half hour, and so there's 2 boxes per day. Then I'm going to do a second box for just my weekend, and that is where I'm going to break it down into 15-minute increments. So I'm going to do 4 boxes per day. I also turned it on its side, so I'm going to do the times across the top. Now, in terms of the key, I'm changing that up a little bit too. I felt like a lot of the colors looked too similar, and I couldn't really tell the difference sometimes. Like this orange and this pink, although I'm keeping both of those, but like the blues, definitely the blues, the teals and the blues. And honestly, I don't love the neon colors. So like this yellow, this orange, and this pink, I don't love them. I also just think there's too many categories. So I'm lumping a couple things together. For example, errands and household, that's going to be a new category called adulting. Certain things like workout and self-care, those are close enough to being the same thing. Also, I don't need to mark commute. If I'm coming home from work, I'll mark it as work. If I'm coming home from a workout class, I'll mark it as workout self-care. Kind of lumping things together and removing some of the duplicate colors or colors that I feel like are too similar. And so now we're doing just these 10 categories and these colors. And then the only neon color I kept was this pink, and I'm making it social media so that it stands out when I spend too much time on social media. I'm really excited for my new categories. So the other plan I'm switching up a little bit is my meal planning page. And so what I am changing is I don't need breakfast and snacks every single day. I don't plan it ahead of time. I just kind of have it in bulk, or I purchase it, so I don't need those by day. And I also want a place to mark the days that I am home available. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make one big box at the top, and that's gonna be my Sunday meal prep plan. And then I'm gonna do the days down the side just as I was doing before, but this time I'm going to do lunch, dinner, and cooking. And then this side, it's going to look exactly the same as I did the past couple of weeks. It's really just been working out well for me. Then I'm gonna add some decorative things again. And I have these Apple Watch stickers, and so I feel like it's a perfect place to use them. And then just to pull in the other side. And I almost forgot to go back and erase August. If you watched my latest Plan With Me video, I talked about how when I was using the eraser with the Pigma Microns, it was taking off some of the ink. And it was really bothering me that I could see that the ink was noticeably lighter in the places that I had been erasing. That was the other big reason I wanted to try these new pens. It seems to be having a little bit of the same issue, but maybe not quite so noticeable. Okay, I am all set and ready to go for August. I am loving this bullet journal system for some of my additional tracking in addition to my day-to-day planning. I think it's really working out well for me. Please let me know in the comments what you guys are doing differently in the month of August in terms of your planning system, whether that's bullet journal or Erin Condren planner, or you're just joining us in the planning world. If it is your first time here, welcome. Please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, inspiring others to achieve their goals through planning and organization. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy planning.